No tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, a good return up past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right to the air is Daniels. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Moore, the man in motion. To the air goes Daniels. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. 11, the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. You look at this Packers defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. 1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the brake on it. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Reed wrestling ahead, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 96 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
St. Brown in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Zay Flowers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Throwing. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. You talk about this Lions defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
They spent the week in practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 54 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here. The 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Daniels looking to throw. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They need 12 here. It's third down. Working out of the gun, Daniels working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Here's Daniels. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now Daniels. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Now Montgomery running right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Packers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action this time with Love. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love now. Escaping the pressure right. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will stay at a 7-point game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing now is Daniels. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and a yard. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Looking to throw. Daniels toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Moore from 3 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Final play of the half, Love. And his throw here is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On play action, Love to throw. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Love looking to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll send Watson in motion right. Working out of the gun. Love. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Love. Flushed out right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
To the air goes Daniels.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down. Daniels
got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels.
That is caught. He's got room to roam.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Lions are able to widen their advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Love And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. He's got room to roam. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Here we go. It's Gore. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it with Gore.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 28 yards. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Off the play fake, Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play fake. Here's Love. That one taken in by Burton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
In motion left goes Watson. Love from the gun. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Love going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Love throwing for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it, and the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Gore, handoff left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing. Love. It's complete. It's Gore. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Here's Love. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Love to throw for it on 4th. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
This is 1st and 10.
Moore, the man in motion.
Here's Daniels. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 12. And the Lions 1st down.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Throwing now is Daniels. Able to complete it to Montgomery.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Daniels looking to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Now inside the 25.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception, Daniels. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Here's 1st down.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Throw left side, complete. That's Flowers. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Remember, the one timeout still available as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to throw. He's got it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Point after try forthcoming. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up the chance to win it right now as well. But remember,
this is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into the Detroit territory. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Here we go. 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gore. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.